chercher. Le bien par le mal, la vertu par le vice. Sage, dis-moi, pourquoi l'évangile du mal? Quelle est ta religion? Où sont tes fidèles? Si tu es contre Dieu, tu es contre l'homme. Sage, es-tu diabolique ou divin?
I was introduced to West Coast swing, I think it was probably around 7 or 8 years ago, with someone that I was dating was into doing the swing dancing. She used to go off on Sundays and do swing dancing, and a couple of times she took me, but she was a lot further along with the dance than I did, and than I was, and of course I felt intimidated watching all the dancers. But I took a few lessons and I didn't like it. I was just intimidated by it. I thought I'd never get it, so I just blew it off and moved her off and moved on. But I guess it was about 4 or 5 years later I started talking to somebody about dancing, not having anything to do on a Sunday and friends said, well, why don't you go do it? So commit to that. Let's just commit to doing it for a couple of minutes. And I did. And within the second week I picked it up. I could feel the music and the rhythm and the timing, and all of a sudden it just worked. I don't know what the difference was from 4 years ago, but I just had a ball with it. And just like Roy's one of my golf buddies too. One of my best friends in the club, and we play a lot of dance and golf with many people in the club. And plus, there's other things like volleyball and parties, and weddings, any kind of anniversary or birthday parties. Things like there's always some swing dancers. One of the things I liked about the dance was the club, basically in Phoenix, was that everyone was so friendly and everyone was there to dance. And they're there to have a good time.
My secretary had offered to, I had recently moved to Denver and opened a new company. This is about 4 years ago. And she had offered to take me to a dance studio and teach me how to do country style dance. And so we went and took this country dance lesson, and it didn't particularly appeal to me. I'd grown up in New York, and it was okay. And she was very anxious to know how I felt about it. And I said it was really kind of okay. I don't know if I can continue on. Well, another lesson was started in the next group, and it was West Coast. And a lot about what West Coast is for me is the music. It's a lot of blues, a lot of R&B, but the truth is you can dance into almost any style of music. You can dance into Latin, you can dance into some foxtrots, you can dance blues are the best and R&B is the best. Even a lot of disco, hustle. I heard this music after the country lesson was over, and I said, what's that? She said, that's probably not something you'd be interested in. It's called West Coast swing. And I said, well, if you don't mind, I'm going to take a peek. So I went and I looked at the room for about 30 seconds, and it was an intermediate type class. People have been doing it for probably 6 years or a year. And it just floored me. I mean, it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen on the dance floor, aside from professionals. And these were people just like me. They didn't do this for them, they did other things for them. And I said, listen, if you don't mind, since we come separately, if you want to go home, that's okay, but I'm staying around. I want to do this. And I erased my name from the country list and signed up for West Coast swing lessons. Haven't stopped yet. I love it. It's the best dance in the world.
I've been doing West Coast swing for about 6 years now. I had danced jitterbug, which I now look at as East Coast swing, when I was a kid. And really enjoyed it. So I happened to be in a country dance hall a few years back, and got my first sighting on West Coast swing. A local gal here by the name of Lori Ross was dancing in the club that night, and fell in love with dance. Fortunately, didn't fall in love with Laura.
Sure.
That wouldn't have been a bad idea.
We can edit that part out.
And liked the dance, and somebody gave me a few passes to the West Coast Swing Dance Club here in Phoenix. And I started taking lessons at the club, and really began to enjoy it. Met a whole different set of friends, and more or less my social life now centers around all the friends that I've met dancing. It's great fun, it's great exercise, and there seems to be a camaraderie amongst dancers that allows you to do other things other than dancing.
Yeah, something that can make you do wrong, make you do right. Yeah. Love. Love and happiness. Wait a minute, something going wrong. Someone's on the phone, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Talking about how she can make it right. Yeah. Yeah. Happiness is when you really feel good about somebody. There's nothing wrong being in love with someone. Yeah. Oh, baby, love and happiness. Love and happiness. Oh. I'll be good to you. We'll be together. Yeah. See each other. Walk away with victory. Yeah. Oh, baby. Love and happiness. Oh, yeah. Love and happiness. Make you do right, and love will make you do wrong, and make you come home early, make you stay out all night long. Oh, love. Wait a minute. Let me tell you.
Well, I remember our first swing convention, this guy threw me completely off. I don't mean dance-wise. We're dancing. He's a real nice old guy. He said he's from Hawaii. He's up here dancing. And I said, oh, that's nice, you know. He goes, oh, you got a nice smile. I go, oh, thank you. He goes, I'm pretty eyed. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And he does a sugar push. He goes, and you snore. And I'm like, what? He goes, oh, no. But he's like a medical man, and he knew about the surgery to correct this little bridge. He goes, that's what he meant. I didn't mean
like, how do you know I snore?
How do you know I snore?
I was dancing with your personal information here. Scared you, didn't it?
It sure did.
We made a lot of
Kind of
really
move. I think, well, maybe that worked back in the old days.
Oh, that's a new line.
That's a new line.
Your personality comes out in your dance.
Mm-hmm.
That's
whether
good.
you wanted to or not.
I know. That happens.
People get ideas about you as a person from the way you dance, which sometimes can be a little deceiving, not authentic or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It's a sexy dance too.
Oh yeah. Some of those slow ones are sexy. You can really put some moves.
Well, that's
in
why I
those.
like the slow ones.
Yeah.
And the costumes are fun. They're sexy, and you know, as you get older, you can't really dress up like you did back.
That's something I do like about
High
swinging.
school?
I work as a mechanic, so I get grease on my nails and break all my nails, but once a week I can dress up. I like that.
And you can wear things that you wouldn't really be wearing if you were dancing.
Yeah, you wouldn't go.
Yeah, you couldn't go out to dinner with some of the things we wear. Well, you could, but.
Spending my day thinking about you, girl. Being here with you, being near with you, can't explain myself. Hurt me so to let you know, and I look in your eyes, let me know how you feel. Let me know that love is really real, but it seems to me
Everything's done in like a 2-beat increment. The guy could make a lead any second beat, he can make another lead. You can be doing something different, what you think you're going to be doing.
So it's best not to think, just follow.
Yeah. That little guy from Texas, remember, short guy from Texas, he was the best one to teach me that. I mean, he didn't actually teach me, but just dancing.
Where's short guy from Texas? What, for hustle or?
For West Coast Swing. I think he's in Texas. He moved back to Texas or something. Real short looking guy. He used to wear those moccasins up at Cheyenne and West Coast Swing. Every 2 beats, he'd be doing something different, though. And you'd never get through an underarm with him.
Really? You do something in the middle?
You do something in the middle, yeah.
That's
All the
good,
time.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody goes, well, how do you follow him? I can't figure out any of it. Well, I don't figure out any of it. Just whatever, Every 2 beats, he's going to do something different. You're not going to expect it.
Isn't that great? Have I ever danced with you?
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. Roger, I think, was his name.
Oh, poor
Little tiny
Roger.
Roger.
Poor Roger.
Yeah, he's
Edit.
We'll have to edit that, yeah.
Poor Roger. But everybody says he's impossible to follow. Well, you can follow him just as long as you don't.
As long as you don't.
You just wait.
Think, yeah.
Yeah, you don't think about what he's going to do next. Because he's going to do something you're not going to expect next.
Yeah.
And the guys are the ones who love the dance, and who seem to be, there seems to be more men actually than women. I don't understand that exactly, because it's a new phenomenon for anything almost to have more men than women. But there are a lot of men, and they learn those steps. Their little left brains just blows my mind. They can do it. And there's so many of them interested in it. I don't know how, but they have to think of the moves, they have to remember the different steps. Can you do different things with different music and with different women and different partners?
Yeah.
So their little brains.
That would be hard because
The little brains are just working all the time.
Gigantic left brain.
Gigantic brain. Edit.
And this wrong and that wrong. Yeah.
And then the more you
Not
dance,
wrong. You find a better way.
Well, my hands are not in the right position. The guy can't grab it. I mean, if my hand's in the wrong position, he'll get shot. The whole whatever turn or whatever.
Well, that's the guy's
gone.
responsibility, though. lady has a prerogative to do arm styling.
Yeah, but
You know, maybe it's
after
at the wrong
that's over
time.
with, when you bring it down and it's supposed to be in the right place. I don't know. Anyway, these are the things I had no clue about. No one ever said it until just real recently. A couple of men have
That
said,
changes
"Your
with
hand-
every
I can't
dance."
find your hand. It's in
Yeah.
the wrong place."
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There used to be a joke about that. Some teacher in town used to say, is the lady responsible to put her hands where the man can find them? Because if he can't find them, he has the right to go looking for them. So if you don't want to be filmed up, you better get those hands where they belong.
We were going over to do West Coast Swing at the club, and I said, "Now we were going out to dinner first," and I said, "Now remember, I'm going to be dressed like a hooker." He said, "That's okay, I don't care." But it is a little, you walk in a restaurant.
But there's a good reason for that too, because your body movement, it is like ballet or something. They wear spandex so they can move. That's one thing
Yeah.
you do.
I find that the less you wear, the better you dance. If you
Mhm.
don't feel comfortable in your clothes, you can't dance as well.
No.
Now, sometimes this blouse will pull,
Yeah.
and if you don't feel comfortable, you can't dance. That's why I never buy
you
something that I have to tuck in.
Well,
I can't stand
the
it.
first thing I do when I find something in the regular store that I like is put my arms up and do some free spins.
Yeah.
You know, to see if it
Like that top you have on there is wonderful.
Yeah, I can move.
Yeah.
So healthy. And they're twice your age. You know,
That's
the ones
true.
Arnie's at work. And they're like, then what the hell? No. They would not believe
That's
me.
true.
They
That's
would not
I've
believe me.
people don't think I'm as old as I am,
Uh-huh.
and I know people don't think you're as old as you are.
Yeah. It's just because we're active. I have
Yeah.
energy.
The
I think
most
that's why
active
the
you-
dancers are
yeah.
such a great group of people. There's so much energy.
I was over there one time and they were having a competition, and I was watching these people in their costumes, and they were doing a West Coast swing competition. And I thought, whoa, I like that. And I said, one of these days I'm going to be that good.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah. Yeah, it just kind of grabs you. There's something about that dance that grabs you.
It does.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. And you can play so much with it.
That's what I like to do. I don't like to be serious. You have to be serious all day at work. So when I get off work, I want to play.
Exactly.
And in this dance, you can play. And you can dance with anybody you want to dance with. If you're in a dance group, people that you know are in this place to dance. They don't mind you coming up and asking them if they're married or what.
Right.
And it's just, you can just dance with all kinds of people, married or single. You usually don't, if I go to clubs, I don't really get hit on because they know I'm not there to meet somebody. I'm there to dance, and they see that and they leave you alone.
And I think the better dancer you are, the more you don't get hit on.
That's
Because
right.
you have more of a choice of who you dance with.
Mhm.
And people know you are really there to dance.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to drink. Or
No, don't you drink. Of course, they would like for you to, but you don't.
But a lot of places that I go now aren't even bars, They're
Mhm.
they're dance studios where they're holding dances, or like the Moose Lodge and things like that. So.
They hear dancers say, well, I'm going here or there to dance, and they think you're going to a bar
Yeah.
to drink
They
or
think
to pick somebody up. But it's like a hobby, like a sport.
You've got to
It's
get past that mentality.
And it's a cheap hobby. You can go in and buy a couple coats.
Right.
The only money we spend really is on our dance clothes. And that can get expensive. But
and
that's
you guys
fun.
buy some really nice clothes. Well, us guys too. We kind of like to dress up too.
No, it's the same dance. Each person feels so different. It's like you don't find anybody that feels the same, so it almost feels like a different dance with everybody. And it's one way that you can be like in perfect sync with another person. That's one way that I found that you can just barely meet somebody and just feel so much about them so soon.
Mhm.
Because, through conversation or something, it's hard to be in perfect sync with somebody until you've known them a long time. There's just nothing better to me than that communication where you're just together. You're just totally together and you're feeling what they're feeling. And even though we follow them physically because they're the man they're leading, I find that lots of times they follow me mentally because they can feel my jive or my
Mhm.
what I'm getting out of it.
It's like it's like the gentleman says, and what about this? And then oftentimes the lady says, and what about this? And all of a sudden you find yourself, it's kind of like you made a statement and you put a period on it and there's a pause. And the lady says, well, what about this? So it's like, see, you end the conversation, there's a pause, somebody else takes over.
The lessons that I'm going to, it's nice if the same amount of women and men show up, but they pass you around the circle every minute. Or
When you get the chance to move around, dance with everybody, you feel the same lead, but in 10 different ways, 10 slightly different ways.
so you can follow it 10 different ways all of a sudden.
And all of a sudden, you can dance with anybody in the world. It's a good feeling.
It's a way for me to express myself so much. And so at first I thought, I don't need all these rules, because especially if I get out and dance by myself, then I can just totally express myself with no rules and be creative. But I have found that the rules are really important and they help you so much. Now, when you are, the fact that we're all doing the same dance at the West Coast Swing, but yet everybody puts their own personality into it. And so as I take more and more lessons and then start learning syncopations and start learning everything and balance and centering and all these things, it just adds so much to it. And then, like you say, as you start to play, then you can add your own expression, plus know the rules, plus everything starts to come together, and then you've really got something.
Many times when I would have just met somebody at a club, go out and start dancing, and come off the dance floor, and somebody would say, well, man, you did a really good job. Have you been married long? And I said, well, no, I don't even know her name. And be asked, and they won't believe you.
Yeah.
People don't believe you.
I enjoy all of them. Especially with West Coast, I like to do it some real slow and sexy. I like to do it real fast, because when you do it real fast, it's just so challenging to get that connection, grab that hand and just feel that connection.
Yeah.
Isn't that exciting?
Feels like a different dance almost, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
It's still the same dance.
And the neat thing is, with West Coast, you can do it, almost from no speed at all to almost the highest speed. That's one dance that you can do. Also.
I like mine a little slower sometimes too, because you can play more and feel the music more. And I like the slower ones too.
More styling.
Yeah.
Add more styling to it.
And that's probably what West Coast is known for, more slow, slinky type.
Mm-hmm. You hardly ever see a dancer on the dance floor that's not smiling. That's good.
What's not to like, right?
Yeah, what's not to like? Exactly.
Where else can you talk to this many guys and not get in trouble, huh?
You can do it. To like the new music that's on MTV, that kind. You can just get down with it.
Yeah,
too.
I like that. I like that kind of music.
I do too. I think you're still 17 too.
I am. I am.
All the stress through the day, you feel tired, you get home, I'm so tired I can't go dancing. But you kind of like, pull it together and you get out on the dance floor and all of a sudden your whole attitude changes. After that first or second dance,
Oh, yeah.
it's like 6 hours later, you're still going strong. If I got on a pedal bicycle or tried to jog down the street, I wouldn't get one block.
I wouldn't get out of my couch to go
3
do
minutes
it.
on a pedal bicycle, I'd be done for.
One of the first times I went to the West Coast Swing Club, because I dance in Prescott, and there's a lot of good dancers in Prescott now, but when I first started, there weren't that many that really knew how to do a lot. And so I came down here and I'd say, it's worth 2 dances down here is worth 10 up there, because it was better dancers. But anyway, I went here one night and I danced with some guys, and they were such good leaders that I could just follow them, It felt so good. And I was saying to my friend, this guy, I said, I think it's almost as good as sex, and he goes, well, sometimes it's better because you can dance with as many partners as you want for as long as you want.
That's cute. That's true. I never thought of that.
you want to do is alright with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. And I want to spend my life with you. And they say, sing, baby, since we've been together, ooh, loving you forever is what I need. Let me be the one you come running to. I'll never be untrue. Oh, baby, let's stay together, loving you weather times are good or bad, happy or sad. Ooh, yeah. Well, the times are good or bad, happy or sad. Why people break up, oh, turn around and make up? I just can't see you'd never do that to me, would you, baby? Being around you is all I see, is what I want to do. Hey, we ought to stay together, loving you weather times are good, bad, happy or sad. Come on, let's stay together, loving you well.
Qu'est-ce que tu as cherché? Le bien par le mal, la vertu par le vice. Sade, dis-moi, pourquoi l'évangile du mal? Quelle est ta religion? Où sont tes fidèles? Si tu es contre Dieu, tu es contre l'homme. Sade, es-tu diabolique ou divin?